So the system simply isn't being used. All the aqueducts, all the dams that were constructed and led by Democrats of all people, Franklin Roosevelt, John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy said this: "This is a fast trip, but if it had no other benefit than to permit us to look at this valley and others like it across the country, where we can see the greenest and most richest earth producing the greatest and richest crops in the country, and then a mile away, see the same earth and see it brown and dusty and useless. And all because there's water in one place and there isn't in another." President Kennedy had the foresight to construct these projects that now, after 40 years of bad policies by the left, they've run the state out of water.
Controversial new water restrictions could change the way Californians think about water use. Today, Governor Jerry Brown signed 2 new laws that establish tough water use rules, and those who don't comply could face fines.
The efficiency standards are controversial because it puts a cap on how many gallons a home can use per day, even in times of no drought. Initially, by 2022, the indoor water standard will be 55 gallons per person per day. By 2030, it falls to 50 gallons per person per day.
Governor Jerry Brown has signed legislation that will for the first time regulate groundwater, and farmers aren't happy.
What we're seeing by the state is a massive grab on our groundwater. There's the distinct possibility it will drive people out of business, but it's absolutely going to hurt the bottom line. Now you lose the freedom of being able to produce whatever you want on your own property. Now you have someone else determining what crop you can grow, how much water you can use to produce it. And that's not right.
Grape grower Al Rossini wants to be sure the state has a minimal role.
I think farmers are a better manager of the groundwater than bureaucracy is. We know what we have, we know the value of it, we cherish it, and we use it wisely.
These farmers don't have a choice. If they don't drill wells, they can't farm. If they can't farm, they can't feed California. And California feeds the world.
Farmers across California are speaking out a controversial proposed change to the state water plan.
It would divert water from the Central Valley rivers into the Pacific Ocean. Farmers feel the plan puts their industry at risk.
Hundreds of farmers, students, lawmakers, citizens, and city leaders gathered on the Capitol steps against what they're calling a water grab. The plan would divert water used for agriculture to restore fish populations in the Delta. Central Valley farmers say it will jeopardize their livelihoods.
If we have to pull water out of the underground reserves, the aquifers, it's going to delete the water from cities, all the cities in California and our own, and it's going to create a hardship on everyone.
Temperance Flat offers an opportunity for farmers like me and other farmers in the valley and on the Central Valley Project to have a more reliable water supply. It would increase the storage on the Friant Dam project and make weathering droughts like we just had a lot more possible.
Another setback tonight for supporters of the proposed Temperance Flat Dam northeast of Fresno. For the second time, the State Water Commission today gave the reservoir project a low public benefit score. In addition, Water Commission staff is only recommending $177 million for the water storage project above Millerton Lake. However, backers of Temperance Flat are seeking $1 billion of Proposition 1 funding.
But today we're going to pass for what is now I think the 6th year in a row, comprehensive water legislation out of the House of Representatives. And the challenge has been that we pass comprehensive water legislation here that helps to meet our 2.5 million acre-foot shortfall, and then it goes over to the Senate, United States Senate, and it dies. And this is legislation that, quite frankly, if the Senate doesn't want this legislation, then our 2 senators need to tell us what are their solutions to meet what is an average annual shortfall of 2.5 million acre feet.